I'm now with Martin Tilbury and Millie Mae Adams from the charity StreetDoctors, who are working to tackle this national crisis in a very practical way. Thank you both for joining us. Great to see you. So, Martin, tell us, what is StreetDoctors all about?
Yeah, StreetDoctors is a national charity, and we train about 16,000 young people every year in the physical and psychological effects of street violence. And we're supported by 250 healthcare volunteers like Millie Mae. And we do a lot of work with training young people to be young leaders, and we empower them to support the addressing of street violence.
Yeah.
Really important. And some of this is practical training. Just describe some of the practical training that people would see on this course.
Yeah, we do a lot of work around knife injuries and how to actually illustrate things in a simple way. So Millie Mae can just highlight a couple of those for us.
Yeah, so we use a really simple mnemonic called As Alert, and these are the steps to follow if you find someone in this situation. So A is to call an ambulance, so even if you can't do anything else, that can make a huge difference. Then it's safety, so is it safe for you to intervene? Then you apply pressure around the knife, lie them down, elevate their legs, reassure them because they'll obviously be very worried in this situation, and then regulate their temperature, so keep them warm.
So As Alert is what we're remembering, but you talked about applying pressure near the wound, because there's something very important you're going to give us a demonstration of right now. We've got a spoon and a bottle here to help us. But
there is good reason for that, I'm sure.
There is good reason. This is important.
Yes.
Can you talk us through why it's so important that you leave the knife in?
Yeah, it's a very easy visual representation of what's going on with blood loss. So this represents the knife or sharp object. So the idea is, with it left in, it creates a plug, so you don't have that much loss of blood. But if you take the knife out, this is the blood loss that you'll have.
It's quite simple, but it's so effective.
It's so
you see
simple,
that?
the natural reaction and instinct of so many people surely is to want to just pull it out, thinking they're doing the right thing. But as you say, apply pressure, so important. But a lot of people wouldn't realise going around makes the difference that it does.
And seeing something like that hopefully makes you remember it as well. But how did you get involved in the first place, Millie Mae?
I grew up in an area of Cardiff where I witnessed quite a lot of streets and gang violence, and I felt quite helpless. So I was looking for something that was tackling this, and StreetDoctors focuses on prevention as well as what to do if you find yourself in that situation.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
it does save lives.
And saving lives is obviously very, very important to you, Millie Mae. You're a fourth-year medical student at the moment, and during your medical studies, you actually became Miss Wales.
Yeah.
And you actually used that platform to really push the message about StreetDoctors, didn't you? Tell us about that.
Yeah, I proudly represented Wales at Miss World, and I'm the current Miss United Kingdom. And I had the chance to highlight the impact that street violence is having in the UK, but also globally. And I won an award called Beauty with a Purpose Award for this. And it's recognition of the best social impact that the girls are having globally. And StreetDoctors obviously needed to be highlighted for that.
Congratulations on that.
It's amazing, to get that recognition globally, because lots of great projects are recognised, but StreetDoctors very much up there. And Martin, actually talking of StreetDoctors and the campaign, you've got a current campaign out at the moment. It's all about basically dispelling the idea that it's a safe place to stab someone, not to kill them, which is absolutely, categorically not true. Let's have a wee look, actually, at that latest campaign right now.
Where is a safe place to stab? Right here is probably safe place. If you want to just injure them, like around here.
I lost my son through a single stab wound. I don't want it to happen to anybody else.
Young people are going online every week searching where is there a safe place to stab.
There is no safe place to stab somebody.
It is powerful. It's incredible to see. So what was the point of taking on like a project like this? Why is it so important, Martin?
It was really important for us. We know a lot of young people carrying knives because they feel unsafe, unfortunately. And one of the challenges is sometimes they might use a knife thinking they actually can't do a lot of harm. And what this film is generating for us is to highlight that there's no safe place to stab somebody, and it does actually you have a loss of life.
Yeah, it's an important campaign for, obviously everyone to see, but the people involved in it felt very strongly about it as well, didn't they?
Yeah, we were very fortunate that there was a lot of brave families who were involved after losing somebody, and they really wanted to share their message and highlight this campaign to really get the message out to many more young people at the moment.
I think it makes it all the more powerful. I
Very
remember
much so.
my time in the police, I'd give a talk to youngsters. I had a tray full of knives, massive ones down to tiny little pen knives, and I'd say, what's the minimum that would actually kill someone? And Millie May, I think you know what I'm going to say here, because the youngsters would all pick for the big ones. They'd all say that one, that one, that one. And actually, Millie May, you know the answer to this, don't you? It's literally any single one of them is enough to kill, and that's the
really
message,
is.
part of the message you want to get across.
The smallest object can have catastrophic outcomes, so we really need to push that message.
Yeah, well, you're doing a fantastic job in
You
doing
really
that.
are.
Thank you for talking to us today. And I'll tell you, we've actually put a link on our website that will actually be able to show your website on there for anyone that wants to check it out. Definitely have a look at that, and details of how to see them are at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Now,